What about this story that our man Hamish Hastie has in WA Today? Whenever a new government facility is built, government project, it's required that 1% of the construction budget is set aside for public art. That's the deal. That's what should happen with all government buildings. Now, it looks like that means 120 grand will be spent on a mural, a piece of art in the new Banksia Hill Crisis Centre. And Gerry Georgatos is not that happy about that. Gerry is a good man, a good citizen. He's a youth suicide prevention advocate. He joins us now. G'day, Gerry.
How are you, Simon?
Good, mate. You reckon this money could be better spent at Banksia, 120?
Well, it was put to me that 120,000 is to be outsourced, tendered, and I could think of so many better ways that it could provide for the most vulnerable children that we've got in the state, who are the children of Banksia Hill. 120,000 can get 30 hours of after-hours counsellors. 30 hours of after-hours counsellors would have kept Cleveland Dodd alive. And prison is a physically injurious place because Banksia Hill is a prison. We can't call it a detention centre. It's a prison. Children aren't just remanded there. They're sentenced and they serve sentences. But the symbolism of murals or statuettes and the like that will imbue some aesthetic that will be psychologically supportive and some form of social and emotional well-being, well, that's just rubbish. We're under-resourced, understaffed. We don't have the systems in place, and all systems and structures of people. We don't have the seasoned expertise to meet all unmet needs, to address that. And we're talking about statues, and we're talking about artwork, we're talking about murals, and 120,000 is an obscene amount of money for a mural, a piece of artwork, and especially in an environment where there's a lot of penny pinching and we can't get the rehabilitative, life-transformative therapeutic supports that we beg forever and a day.
Right. So, Gerry, it is a requirement. It's a contractual tender requirement of all government buildings. Are you saying Banksia Hill should be treated differently to other buildings, new buildings?
Well, I can't speak for all other instruments of the state and everything that's at hand. But for Banksia Hill, needs to be a rehabilitative place if we're going to get not only citizen, if we're going to get lives saved, then we've got to change lives to save lives. If we're going to get people who have dangerous safety nets on the outside, have no safety nets at all in many cases, are homeless, and these are children, and they offend because of displaced anger, internalized grief, which they externalize, we should make an exemption. We should not be misspending 120,000, and they can argue all they want and try and prosecute a case that it's somehow emotional and well-being. It will lend to a positive self, and but my experience is I don't agree. Yep. I've worked in Banksia Hill for 8 weeks during the COVID quarantine when everybody was quarantined to their homes, and I worked as an essential worker because I was short-staffed. They gave us $50,000 for the 8 weeks of the quarantine to support the children who we de-escalated 100% of incidences. So $120,000 can go a long way.
Yeah, all right, Gerry. All right, I'll let you go there, mate. I get it. I understand that. I guess the obvious question is why can't some of the people who are staying against their will, obviously, staying's the wrong word. People who are in Banksia Hill, wonder if they could do the mural.